President Joe Biden has decided to cut short his trip to Asia and return to the U.S. on Sunday, immediately following the G7 summit in Japan, to ensure Congress takes action by the deadline to avert default. The U.S. government is facing a looming debt crisis, as it will hit the debt limit as soon as June 1st, according to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen. If Congress fails to raise the borrowing limit, the U.S. could default on its $31.4 trillion debt, a catastrophic outcome for the U.S. economy and the global financial system. Biden had originally planned to travel to Australia for a Quad meeting on May 24th, with China's provocative actions in the region expected to be front and center in meetings with the leaders of Australia, India, and Japan. He had also planned to visit Papua New Guinea, where he had intended to discuss regional security and economic and climate support. However, with a deal still out of reach and the threat of the country's first-ever default approaching, Biden will return early to Washington to continue negotiations with congressional leaders. Biden has been meeting with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and other top lawmakers from both parties to try to find a bipartisan agreement on raising the debt ceiling. Biden, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries have said they will only accept a bill to raise the borrowing limit without strings attached. McCarthy is standing by his position that spending cuts must be agreed to in order to lift the ceiling. The two sides have identified areas of potential agreement, with Biden seeming to open the door to work requirements for benefits programs for low-income Americans over the weekend. Biden has expressed confidence that the U.S. can avoid default, but warned that he would stay in town if necessary to work on a deal.